Oh man, what happened? Well, it's been more than a few days since we got the axle out from under the Airstream. I bought some moving dollies. There's been so many times I've stressed and strained to move things, and I wish I had furniture dollies, so I have a reason to have them now to put this axle in, so I went ahead and got them. Hope to use them many times. Got the axle upside down and turned around wrong end. Got to turn it over so the shock mount is up. There we go. That's more like it. I see what they've done. They give you this bolt, and this has a step on it, so you don't over squeeze the bushing. Normally there would be a tube that slides in there, and you would use a bolt like this that fits through the tube. Strange. If I use their bolt, I'm going to have to take this backing plate off to get it installed. That seems kind of not very smart. This is probably going to be too long. Have to come up with a new plan. I just listed this old axle on Craigslist for somebody that wants to make a utility trailer. And I notice I've got these tubes up here. I might need these. I'm going to get them out of the shocks. I think I'll take the shocks off the bottom, get all the hardware, just in case I need it. Well, I've decided, the shock mount is really more above this side. There's a little bit of offset here, and the shocks on the original axle were mounted at a weird angle where they kind of leaned in. I'm going to fit it up like this. Let's see what it looks like. Chance I'll get a little bit of interference right here from this corner, so I'm going to knock it off. No interference now. I need to make a tool to drive these out, and here the hole in here is a 1/2 inch. This is about 5/90. Piece of scrap here. I'm going to take a little bit of the diameter off, a little bit off the diameter so it fits in there. Then I'll have a nice tool to drive that out. 55, I need to take off 10, 25, another 5, there we go. Yes, couple thou under 500. Put some lead on it, remove any burr that might be there. Completed tool. Rough looking, but completed. Look at that, right in there. That baby is stuck. Dang. I'm going to make a puller out of a piece of all thread. This tube here will clear the tube I'm trying to pull out. I think once I get it broken loose, I can just drive it out. And yeah, the nut will go right through the rubber bushing, I think. Of course, I won't be able to turn it in the rubber bushing, but I can turn this nut. Look at that. There we go. I got my tube out. Let's see if I can get all my tools out now. Wow, I may have just given up that nut forever. Nope, I can pull it up into this piece just the same. Pull it right out the other side. Boy, some all thread is some really handy stuff in the shop. Alright, I can't hold the shaft, so I'm going to double nut it up here so I can have a handle on the shaft. Okay. You can see I almost pulled it out of there. This tube will clear the nut. Now I can make it work. Ta-da! Tube out of there. There we go. Finally. Not everything's easy, but you can do it all. Now to get the other side out. Oh man! What happened? My tools are getting wet! This is Dave with the Crafted channel. Getting ready to raise up the new axle. I blocked it up on my dollies a little bit. Got 2 jacks positioned. Gonna raise it up until this square tube is in this notch. And then we'll have to drill some holes. The other side got in a bind, so we'll work this side a little bit. Well, that was easy. Looking good. And though those holes don't line up, we knew that was going to happen and I would have to drill the holes. This is a transition year in these trailers, and they don't all have holes in the same places. I'm going to make a tool to aid punching the holes in the center. I have a 5/8 hole and I need to make a punch mark with this punch. This has a tapered diameter, but I think this drill bit here, which is around 173, would make a nice, if I make a thin washer here to put in the hole, the washer will help center my punch, and I should get a relatively central mark, which should make drilling easier because I'll be able to get better hole alignment with existing holes in the trailer frame. Let us make it happen. Facing off the end of the stock. And drilling. That's good. Go ahead and make my 173 hole. Plenty deep enough. Now I need to turn this part to about 625 or 630 diameter. We're starting out at 3/4. So there's a touch off. Using the power feed here. Let's see where we're at. We are sitting at 690. So we've got to take about another 65 off. We'll move the tool in 30. I'll take 30 off the side. Should get us pretty close. There, we're sitting at 630. I'm just going to take one more cut without moving the tool. We're getting nothing, so we need to move the tool. Move the tool in about 2 or 3 here. Now we're getting a cut, although that doesn't look like as much as I move the tool, but we'll measure it and find out. This looks like a wisp. Few tenths. We're 625. Perfect. To square the cutoff tool right against the chuck. And I don't need this part to be very thick. 100 thousandths is fine. And before we cut it off, let's deburr it and finish the cut off. Catch the part with an Allen wrench. We're almost there. Beauty. Need to deburr the part. There we are. This will help us get a nice center punch that's a lot more accurate than I could eyeball myself. Where I need to do these center punches, I really can't get my eye directly behind the punching location. So here's the part on the punch. We can see we get the point of the punch through. Should help me to center those holes, those punch marks up really nice. Ease my drilling. Just took a few seconds to make. Get yourself a lathe.